We're pulling back the black and orange curtain on one of the most surprising retail giants in America, Spirit Halloween. You've seen the signs. You've driven past the abandoned strip mall only to see it transformed overnight into a Halloween superstore. But how did this pop up phenomenon become a $1 billion seasonal empire? The story goes deeper and darker than you might think. Let's rewind to 1983 in Castro Valley, California. That's when a man named Joe Marver, a local entrepreneur, had a genius idea. At the time, Joe owned a women's clothing shop in a shopping plaza, but during the fall, he noticed something strange. While his business slowed down, people were constantly asking about costumes, so he did what few would, he pivoted. Marver transformed part of his store into a temporary Halloween costume section and called it Spirit Halloween. That first year, it did well. The next year, he closed his regular store entirely and opened a dedicated Halloween pop up. Sales skyrocketed. He had discovered something powerful. Demand for Halloween gear was massive, but only for a short window of time. By staying seasonal and temporary, he could keep overhead low and capitalize on pure chaos. Throughout the 80s and early 90s, Marver opened more pop ups around California, but the real turning point came in 1999 when Spencer Gifts, yes, that Spencer's, acquired Spirit Halloween. This was a game changer. With Spencer's deep retail knowledge, national reach, and infrastructure, Spirit Halloween expanded rapidly across the country. By the early 2000s, they were using vacant retail spaces, often old circuit cities, Toys R Us stores, or Sears, to create temporary haunted storefronts in nearly every state. It became a Halloween tradition. As soon as August rolls around, Spirit moves in like a ghost, fills the shelves with animatronics, fog machines, creepy decor, and costumes for every fandom you can think of, then disappears again by November 1st. It's like retail sorcery. They turn retail's biggest problem, empty commercial space, into an advantage, and they do it at scale. Spirit Halloween now operates over 1,400 pop up stores across the US and Canada, making it the largest Halloween retailer in North America. And it's not just rubber masks and witch hats. Spirit has mastered the art of exclusive licensing with brands like Stranger Things, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Hocus Pocus, even horror franchises like Chucky, Freddy Krueger, and Michael Myers. They've turned fandom into fashion and nostalgia into profit. But what's maybe most surprising? Spirit Halloween isn't just a pop up gimmick, it's wildly profitable. Experts estimate the brand generates over $1 billion in annual sales, mostly in just a 6 to 8 week window. That's more revenue in 2 months than many retailers generate in a year. And Spirit's impact goes beyond costumes. In 2006, they launched Spirit of Children, a charity initiative that brings Halloween celebrations to children's hospitals across the country. To date, they've raised over $100 million to fund child life departments in over 150 hospitals. So next time you see that eerie sign on a shuttered store, know this. You're not just looking at a costume shop, you're looking at a retail beast that defied the rules of seasonal sales, survived multiple economic downturns, and turned fear into fortune. From a single store in California to a $1 billion empire that vanishes like a ghost every November, Spirit Halloween is one of the most unexpected success stories in American retail history. That's it for today's show. If you learned something spooky and cool, hit that follow button and keep your eye on those empty storefronts. You never know when Spirit might rise again.